Brilliance Audio presents Relentless by Elizabeth Dyer, performed by Aidan Snow. There was something stoic about Washington, D.C. in the heavy, darkened gray of early morning. The sharp, nearly metallic scent of the waters of the Potomac, the eerie, quiet resilience of the monuments still lit against the darkness. Whether running along the mall or rowing past the shoreline, Ethan found a way as often as possible to begin his day here. In the strange silence that only a major city could offer in the hour before most people woke. Ethan breathed through another catch and extract, enjoying the way rowing felt when he hit that perfect, balanced stroke. It had been far too long since he'd made the time. As the Lincoln Memorial came into view, he realized how much he'd needed the exercise, needed to clear his mind, challenge his body, find his center. Now, more than ever, he needed that sense of balance, of purpose. He'd been off kilter and out of commission for too long. Recovery, it turned out, was almost worse than the 3 bullets to the chest that had demanded it. As Ethan pulled through another clean catch and extract, his single-man skull sliding through the water, the music in his earbuds cut out, and a voice announced, "Good morning, Captain Coxless." "Can't you call me like a normal person?" Ethan grimaced, fighting to recover the easy rhythm he'd set up over the last half hour. "You know I hate it when you hack my phone." "You want me to hang up?" Parker asked, far too alert for 5:30 in the morning. "Call back. I can say, 'Ahoy, Captain Coxless,' this time." Ethan started to suppress a smile, then, since he figured Parker wasn't there to witness it, set it free. "Glad to see all those early morning rowing lessons weren't entirely lost on you." A whole summer of dragging Parker out of bed or away from the computer at 5 a.m., and the only thing the man could be bothered to recall was the one vaguely dirty term. "I don't know what you expected, forcing me out of the house at an ungodly hour of the morning and down to some pretentious yacht club." "Rowing club," Ethan corrected, dipping his oars in the water, rotating his hips forward, then straightening his legs, his skull silent and smooth as it cut a path along the shore. The lack of sails should make for an easy distinction. "Like I said, pretentious. You wouldn't even let me have coffee first," Parker whined. "So really, what did you expect?" "That exercise, coupled with the quiet atmosphere, might have a calming effect on your otherwise erratic personality?" He huffed, wondering why he'd ever believed something so nuanced would appeal to Parker. Parker snorted. "Idiot." "Obviously." For someone who could mentally process multiple issues at a rate of a supercomputer, Parker was laughably bad at simple brain-body coordination, to say nothing of his complete lack of anything resembling patience. Ethan counted it a win that he'd never dumped the pair of them into the Potomac. "Now, if you're quite finished with the cock jokes, bring me up to speed." "I'm never finished with the cock jokes," Parker replied, though all enthusiasm and humor fled his voice. "And I'd rather try, again, to talk you out of this." "We've had this discussion, Parker." Ethan grunted, forcing himself not to muscle the oars through the water, to keep his strokes and his mind calm, his thoughts and his body centered. It was a mentality he was going to need in the coming days, and one he'd have to constantly cultivate. One wrong step, one moment of weakness, of indecision, one tiny error, just one, and Ethan would be dead. And worse, he'd condemn every single person counting on him. "That's bullshit and you know it." Parker heaved a breath over the line, as if surprised he'd had the temerity to openly challenge Ethan. A few months ago, hell, a few weeks ago, he wouldn't have. It was just one more example of how much could change when Ethan took his eye off the ball, when he delegated instead of led, when he forgot to account for all angles, all options, all eventualities. His failures as team leader were piling up fast, and stacking high.